British American Tobacco's first quarter revenue grew by 5% at constant exchange rates. That's due to the strong pricing momentum. At current exchange rates, revenue grew by 1%. Now, cigarette volumes from subsidiaries decreased by 3.7% to 160 billion. Joining me on the line to discuss these numbers, Ray VM, the luxury goods analyst at Renaissance Capital. Ray, thanks for your time. So when it comes to those volume numbers there, declined by 3.7%. What was the market expecting?
Well, we were actually expecting a decline in the vicinity of about close to 5%. So they've actually performed better than what we expected, especially if we compare it to the numbers from the largest cigarette company, Philip Morris, which came out a week ago. Their volumes declined 6.5% in the first quarter. So it was actually, better than expected.
So why is that? I mean, what positioning does British American Tobacco have relative to Philip Morris that helped it to, see volumes that weren't as bad as one might have seen if you were in a kind of strategic locations as Philip Morris? Was it geographic territories?
Yeah, I mean. These companies are obviously exposed to all the major regions, but in some instances, the one company has a larger share in a specific market than the other one. If we, for instance, look where BAT has actually performed relatively well in this first quarter, it actually came out the Asian region where the volumes increased 3%. 7%, and that was a function of strong growth out of emerging markets such as Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Vietnam.
Let's talk about the pricing environment, because they talk about a strong pricing environment right now. What type of price inflation are you seeing for British American Tobacco relative to the other cigarette makers?
Well, on that front, it was fairly similar to what Philip Morris released a week ago. The price mix for BAT in the first quarter was 9%, but it was largely driven by two markets. The one was Brazil, which is their biggest single market, and they also had two price increases over the past 12 months in Russia, which also helped the pricing.
So what do you think is the outlook for British American Tobacco right now, especially in light of they talk about the currency environment and the fact that they could get a boost from currencies going into the next period?
Okay, if we just take it line by line, we would say that on the volume front, although they had a decline of 3.7%, we expect that the volume scenario should gradually improve as the year go along. So volumes could probably at the end of the year, for the whole year, decline in the order of about 1%. The pricing, which we mentioned, was quite strong at 9%. That could probably moderate somewhat, but it will still be very strong. And on the foreign exchange front, they had quite a strong headwind on foreign exchange, especially in the second quarter of last year, which actually reduced the revenue by 6 percentage points. Now, that is why they made that statement that the foreign exchange environment should improve as the year goes along.